breastfeeding, and we know, is out of mother love. You cannot breastfeed without loving your own child. You understand? So mothers ought to do what? To breastfeed their own child from the first day of birth. And is exclusive. When we mean exclusive, you don't give anything outside only breast. You just give only breast. You don't give water, you don't give supplement, you don't give anything to substitute it. You only give breast milk right from the day of birth of that child. And that will make that child to grow very effectively. That will make that child to have a very cognitive impact in his life or her life. Because exclusive breastfeeding regenerates the brain, makes the brain very, very functionable, so that the child will have a very good, high cognitive effect in life. So exclusive breastfeeding is very, very good for the growth of the child, to avoid there is underlying factors that can induce the child to vomiting and diarrhea that kills almost so many children within the age of, that is 0 to 5 years. So during the exclusive breastfeeding, it makes the immune system to be very, very high, so that they'll not be able to be exposed to what? Infectious diseases that can kill children easily, like such as diarrhea and vomiting. So if you're breastfeeding a child, it will make that child very, very healthy. And that child will have a very good cognitive effect. You understand? The brain will be very functionable. The child will be very sharp. You understand? Yes. So this is a kind of impact that a mother creates to his or her own child. The best thing you can give your child is that motherly cordial relationship. Child to mother cordial relationship. Yes. Like when they born them like that, they ended up, they have what we call the mother's kangaroo. You understand? Yes. You pay the child will be at the last mood. You feed the child and make the child homely, so that child will master your body, master your environment. If you are the next caregiver of that child that is well born. You understand? Yes. The new life that a child has comes from the mother. You understand? Yes. So if the mother did not breastfeed that child very, very well, that mother is not doing good to that child, because that mother is exposing that child to so many dangers that can claim the life of that child. You understand? Yes. So, a child is growing, a child does not even have a say, a child doesn't have strength, or that doesn't have power of his, or you are the mother, you are the caregiver, the nearest caregiver of that child. You need to protect that child. You need to take care of that child through adequate breastfeeding. When you are breastfeeding that child, you are smiling at that child. That child is having affection through you. That child is being in a relaxed mood. Exactly. The child looks at the mother's face while sucking. The child smiles. That is how he achieved that developmental milestone through that effect. You understand? Yes, ma'am. That is the way you need to nurture that child. No. That breastfeeding is very, very important. If you do not breastfeed your child and you wean your child very early, you can expose that child to so many dangers. Like I told you initially, that if you did not breastfeed that child very well and you wean that child on time, you might expose that child to diarrhea and vomiting, which kills children faster than any other thing. Because as they are stooling and vomiting, they are losing fluid, and thereby inducing them to electrolyte imbalance. They will be severely dehydrated to the extent that they will not be able to have the strength in them, and majority of them die through that process. So a mother used to do what? Have to have that cordial relationship with the child, feed the child very well through the adequate breastfeeding. That is a kind of exclusive breastfeeding. When you talk about exclusive, you don't add anything, just pure breast. Pure breast. You understand? No water, no milk, no supplements, nothing. Just exclusive, the way it is. That is how the child is going to, develop his or her own immunity to fight or engulf diseases in life. You understand? Yes. Because that is going to help that child to protect the immunity, to develop the milestone. You have a very good cognitive effect. Reasoning will start from there. You understand? You see the child trying to smile. You see the child grabbing the mother. You understand?
Out of
The
joy.
developmental milestone is
Yes.
now being in effective mood. You understand?
Yes.
The child is very relaxed.
Very relaxed.
So I think exclusive breastfeeding gives you the ultimate goal in life as a child for you to triumph. You understand? That is what it tells.
No.
You understand?
Okay.
So it's a very, very, very good initiative
Yes.
for a mother to breastfeed a child from day one of life, except in death. That mother gives birth to a child and she dies. You understand? And that is another different thing altogether.
Yes.
Then that child will live through supplements. You understand?
Yes.
Like all these SMA Gold, NAN, all these Pick Baby.
Okay. Yes.
So till age of 6 months before you start introducing other meals, cereals, you understand, like all these Cerelac and all the rest, you understand.
Okay.
Then pap, all this. But in as much as the mother of that baby is alive, the best option as a mother is to breastfeed that child up to what? 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Up to 2 years. You understand? But when you are doing exclusive breastfeeding, exclusive, then from age of 6 months, you start winning a little. You understand? Okay. Introducing other cereals.
Supplement. After like 6 months.
6 months. That's 6 months is the maximum month for you to do exclusive breastfeeding.
Okay.
But the paramount is that you breastfeed every child till 2 years. That 2 years you're breastfeeding that child will give you a kind of child spacing. It's part of family planning on its own. You understand? By the time that child is 2 years old, you'll be planning of having another child. By that time, that child can run, that child can pick something, that child can answer calls, that child can speak. That child has reasoning of, that is sense of reasoning.
Sense of reasoning.
You understand?
Yes.
So you have really spaced your own child, giving that child room to grow. Because some women, even at breastfeeding, they are carrying another belly. You understand?
Yes.
And which is not good, and which is not good to be, it's not good for that young child. The child will not be able to breastfeed enough, thereby causing kind of what? Severe, let me say, severe acute malnutrition. Some. You understand? That child will not get enough nutrients to grow in life. Then you are endangering that child to so many danger. You understand? When that child does not have adequate nutrition, that child begin to have depletion of life. You understand? The child begin to exposed to so many dangers in life. So many diseases can as well enter. Sepsemia, infectious diseases, such like that. You understand? Even diarrhea and vomiting. You understand? And you can expose the child to so many things. You understand? So it's not good for you to breastfeed child halfway. It's not good. If you want your child to be a superstar, let me use that word, a superstar, breastfeed that child very, very well. That child will become the president of the nation because he has very, very good cognitive.
Exactly.
The child is very, very
smart,
very smart, very sound. You understand? You want that child to be the lawyer you want her to be. You want that child to be the doctor you want her to understand. The child will understand you very well. You understand? Because it's part of life. If you not give that child that any kind of care that child needed, that child might not have a good that is nutrition to thrive. There will be stunted growth. The child will not thrive the way you want that child to thrive. You understand? You will see a child of 2 years, and the child that is well breastfeed, you will see a child of 4 years looking like
more
a child of 1
than.
What are we talking about? If you breastfeed your child very well, you see that child very agile, very smart,
very active,
very, very sensible, very active. But if you not breastfeed a child very well and not take care of that child the way it's supposed to be, you see that child will not triumph. They will not thrive. Failure to thrive. You don't that stunted growth. You see that child will be, in short, will be impaired somehow. So you see, those of them will not even be mentally oriented. They'll be deranged, mentally deranged. You understand? Because their cognitive is impaired. So I think exclusive breastfeeding gives you all it takes for you to do what? For you to come to the age of reasoning. Because the early stage you protect a child, if from the 0 to 5 years, then the immunity of that child is now very strong to fight all the diseases that kills children at the early stage. You understand? So, but while breastfeeding that child, you make sure that you immunize that child. All the immunization should be given from day one, from birth. You give all the immunization till the end. You understand? So that the child you are breastfeeding will not have that the infectious diseases. You understand?
Yes.
So it's very, very necessary as you're breastfeeding. You're also immunizing the child to make the child very, very strong. And the immunity should be what? Strong. That is the essence of exclusive breastfeeding.
Okay, it's also part of the exclusive breastfeeding, taking care, ensuring that the vaccines are being given.
You know, it's true. It's immediately after delivery.
Yes.
You begin to vaccinate. It is also immediately after delivery. You also initiate breastfeeding. You understand? So breastfeeding, as a good mother, even at that breastfeeding, the child needs what? To be protected as well.
Yes. And those vaccines are the ones that are
protecting the immunity as well, so that the child will not be prone to diseases as well.
Exactly.
While you are protecting the child through exclusive breastfeeding, you are also protecting the child through giving
breast.
That is through giving
immunization. Yes.
So, and that child will come up as a strong and active child,
like you
just
said,
like you are. Because if your brain is not sharp now, you won't be able to ask these questions. That means your mother breastfed well, and my mom also breastfed well.
Exactly. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you, ma.